Well, welcome back. We're here with Craig Hoff from Alta-Sax Wellness in Lloydminster. Thank you for showing up here.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. So we're talking about back pain. A lot of people have this sciatic pain. I've had it. I understand this kind of stuff. Let's talk a little bit about the causes of back pain and all those types of things that we see.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let's start off with numbers. So about 80% of us as adults will experience low back pain at some point in our life.
Yeah.
So it's not uncommon. It's pretty typical, actually. The challenge of it is just that, is where does it come from? Yeah. So there's obviously the events that are clear, car accidents. I picked something up, felt a pop. You know, I got hit playing sports. But then there's the wear and tear stuff. That stuff is a little harder for us sometimes to find the cause. But with time, if we look at the body and start to understand what's going on, we can deduce down to what it is.
Yeah.
The body is predictable in many ways.
Yeah.
So once we start looking at it, the more chronic ones, when people have back pain for 10 years, typically there's something has been missed, and our job is to find it.
That's interesting. What are the common misconceptions of what it is in terms of, like, I have back pain, this is happening, and they don't know how to fix it, obviously. And then it gets worse, like people like, you know, you go through back surgery and all of that, and you don't want to have to go through that kind of stuff. So what are the misconceptions of that?
So I think there's a lot of different things, okay? So there's a multitude of different people marketing things. Mm-hmm. There's a multitude of different professionals that do things somewhat dissimilar or very dissimilar to what we practice. We try to look at things from a scientific point of view, from an academic point of view, and understand research, and then really a good understanding of what's going on, and work with the patient to provide something different. It's trying to find the lost link, and that's what we're good at. What
are some of the things that people can actually do? Strategies for people. I know that you guys have a workshop that you really go through in-depth training.
That's right,
that kind of stuff. Maybe you can give us a couple of ideas of how people at home can actually help themselves and have some strategy of combating the sciatica pain.
Yeah, for sure. So as we age, things tend to change in our bodies, as we know that. Being active, being mobile, so not just being strong and not just being flexible, but being both, okay? So, you know, we see more and more people doing things like yoga and stretching and stuff. That is fantastic. If we keep our body well aligned and moving well, it tends to put less stress on the joints, typically, okay? There are some cases where things get moving too much, and that can be a problem too. But for general people, for the most part, is that if we can keep our hips and our legs more flexible, then the chances of sciatic pain and low back pain is reduced.
Yeah, fascinating. I love the back. I mean, it's scary and fascinating at the same time. So you have a workshop coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about that? You have this continuously, or is it something that's coming up?
Yeah, this is something we've been doing for, about maybe a year and a half, 2 years getting on. We have these workshops, so we found that with so many people having back pain, we're in a community that have busy, active jobs, and we see a lot of people. So with the numbers of 80% of people experiencing back pain, we get about 10 to 15% of that population will typically see a physiotherapist. Yeah. So we thought it was wise to start educating people that there is help out there, that there's solutions, and I work with a fantastic team that's well educated, and we're trained to find these things out. So that was the cause. That was the impetus behind this. As far as what you get at the workshop, so the workshop is like taking a look under the car hood, right? Yeah. So to me, we can't see what's going on under the skin until you understand what's there, right? So we give people the education as to what is going on in the back, the anatomy, what moves, what things. We give them some idea about exercises. We give them some ideas about self-maintenance, and then at the end, my goal is for most people, we can almost self-diagnose ourselves. The patient knows what's going on. once we give them the information, they often leave there with a self-diagnosis.
Okay, we're going to wrap up right here, but how can they get a hold of you quickly?
Yeah, sure. In Lloydminster is 780-875-0080 or toll free 877-875-0080.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Craig, for being here with us and giving us a kind of a lowdown on what sciatic pain is.
Awesome. My pleasure, Judy.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.